Sup, BG, welcome back to another video. Now, I have something here called, it would make sense to do, if I did, the top 10 best things about being in a relationship, it would make sense to do the top 10 worst things in a relationship, about being in a relationship. Now, I'm not saying that if any of this thing happens, I'm not saying get out of it, I'm just saying just be prepared for these things. Number one is meeting your partner's parents. I'll tell you if I've done any of this. Now, that one has never really happened to me. I don't know why. I guess I just never got that far into the relationship where I had to do that. Or maybe I just knew the parents already. Number two is defining the relationship. Basically, you have to define, how you see your relationship, how you see your relationship with other people. Say if you're explaining what your relationship is, you're defining what you see your relationship as. Like telling other people what you see it as. That's how you define your relationship. Number three is your first fight. Now me, I actually haven't. Number two, I haven't really defined my. Well, I have defined my relationship to other people. Now, number three, your first fight. That has happened. I have had my first fight with a few of my exes. Now let me tell you, that's a really bad thing. I have a feeling some of your relationships might end because of a fight, because most of mine did, especially the first one. That one ended because I had a fight with her, and it was about the most stupidest thing ever. I can't change it now. Number four is fitting your personal life in. I don't think that happened to me, because when I'm with a girl, she likes the same things I do. I mean, she might not like what I'm doing right now. She may not like doing videos, but other things like singing or playing video games, she might like some of those things. And if I have trouble fitting those types of things in, then it's not gonna go well for me. But that has happened to me before. I had trouble fitting my personal life in. Number five is struggling to find your own identity. Now this one I didn't really get. I don't know why I put it in, but I think it means like when you're with someone, you feel like you're someone else. You know what I mean? You feel like a different person. Maybe sometimes that's a good thing, but other times it's not. Other times you need to find your own identity, like knowing who you are as a person, and not being someone else. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys know what I mean. Number six is letting your guard down. Actually, I had trouble finding my own identity, and I have let my guard down sometimes among some things. And I see, so I let my guard down about a few things, and that relationship didn't really end well for me. Next one is, okay. Number 7 is explaining your relationship history. When I say explaining your relationship history, basically what I mean is that the way you explain your history to someone else, like your friend or something, you have to be careful what you say, because they can take it the wrong way. And you need to be really, really cautious about what you say about how your relationship ended, because that's the history. And if you say it a different way than you said it before to someone else, then you're going to get mixed up on which way it ended, and you won't even know anymore. So you need to be really cautious of what you say. Number 8 is realizing your partner has exes too. I mean, some of my exes did, and explain my relationship history that didn't go too well. And some of my partners had exes before. Some of my partners did. Other ones didn't. And I was their first. But I personally, my first one. Did my first one have one? I'm not sure. I think my first one didn't, and neither did I, because she was my first one. But now, if I get with someone, I would have had exes. Number 9 is the first time you introduce them as your boyfriend/girlfriend. In my case, the first time you introduce them as your girlfriend. In my case, anyway. So yeah, if you introduce them to others as your girlfriend for the first time, that can be a little nerve-wracking because you don't know how your friends are gonna react to this girl that you're dating. So introducing them as a girlfriend for the first time, that can be a little what's the word? Maybe awkward or what's the word I'm looking for? It can be a little you can be a little nervous about it because you don't know how they're gonna react. Yeah. And number 10 is being vulnerable for the first time. Being vulnerable means being completely helpless. I think that's what vulnerable means. And being that for the first time may not be maybe a little bit stressful, I guess, and because you don't know how your girlfriend's gonna react to you being vulnerable. That she doesn't know if you're either like this all the time, or if you're just being vulnerable for the first time. She doesn't know if that's the real you, or you're just being vulnerable because that's the first time you're actually gonna be vulnerable. She doesn't know which. So you gotta tell her that if you're always gonna be like that, or if it's your first time. But and that is all the reasons I have for you today. Now, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've done any of these, or if there's any more that I've missed. Just leave a comment down below about any of that. Click subscribe. It's somewhere around where it is. Just click and leave a thumbs up. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, peace. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, tomorrow. Well, it's gonna be tomorrow by the time you guys see this, but. Let's say Monday, I'm going to the movies to see Spider-Man: Far From Home. I've seen all the Spider-Mans, and this is the only one I haven't seen, so I'm really excited about that. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. But until then, peace.